Hello everyone, welcome to I Learn Digital class. My name is Stevie. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate those that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful for the likes, for the shares, and as well taking your time, to share my videos, tutorials to your loved ones. I'm so sorry I started a tutorial a few weeks ago on how you can create a note-taking application. It's been a while now that I've done the part 1 of that video. This is the part 2 of the video. So the reason why I'm sorry is because I've been receiving a lot of comments, people asking me when am I going to release the second part of this video. Like, I've been so busy, like my hands are so tight, but notwithstanding, thank God I'm here today. So we are going to proceed on the part 2 of that video, because in the part 1, let me show us what we are able to do in the part 1 of the video. So we are able to create a note-taking application. Let me show us what we are able to do. Let me quickly show us what we are able to do in the part 1 of the video. Okay, so let me go to the folder where this note-taking app is, and let me open it from here. So that we are able to see what we are able to do in the last part of the video. Okay, so this is the what we are able to do in the last part of the video. We are able to create a note-taking application. So let me test run it. Let me say it again that my name is Stevie. So once we click on, you can select the color here, red, and once we click on add notes, you see we're going to add our note here. So what I want to do today is that we want to use SQLITE3 as our so that we want to store our notes on SQLITE3, because as you can see now, this particular note is not stored on any database. Because let me reload, you see our note has disappeared, and we don't want that. So anytime we click this add note, we want to make sure that our notes store in SQLITE3. So what we are going to do in this second part of this video is that we are going to refactor our code. We are going to rearrange so many things. So let's go back into our Visual Code Studio. Today I'm using Visual Code Studio, unlike before. I do use Sublime, but I decided to use Visual Studio Code. So it's still the same thing, irrespective of the IDE you are using. So let's get into business of today. So we want to save our file to SQLITE3, as I've said the other time. So we are going to need some packages. Yeah, because we can't just interact with database without node. So we are going to need some packages. Now let me quickly show us what are the things we are going to need. Now, number one thing is that just take note. We are going to need Node.js installed on your computer. We're going to need Node.js. We're going to need Express. And then we are going to need SQLITE3 as well on your computer. We're going to need SQLITE3. Then we are going to need Node to restart our server anytime we make changes. So now what I'm going to do, I've already installed Node.js, but let me show you how it's been done. You can just open it. Let's go to Google, just type Node.js. Just type Node.js download. So it's going to take you to, just click on this nodejs.org download. So just download the latest version. If you are using Windows, I'm using Windows. For example, now just click on this Windows installer. Once you click on it, just follow the download process. If you are using Mac, just click on this other button here. So once you've done that, then the next thing we are going to do now is that. Now let's go back into this code here. Let's go into Visual Studio Code. So as I've said the other time, we need to rearrange our code. So I'm going to create a new folder here. So I'm going to name that folder a public folder. So I'm going to move some of my files here. I'm going to move some of these files here into this public folder here. So let me move these guys inside it. So move. Okay. So they're already in the public folder, and together with the CSS title should be inside the public folder as well. So let's move that inside it. Beautiful. So all these 3 files, app.js, index.html, and style.css, is inside our public folder. Good. So what are the other things we are going to need now? Now let's go into our command prompts. Just make sure that, okay, let me go back so that you see how you are going to press CD inside your note app. So I'm already inside the Note app here now. So what I want to do is that, for me to be able to install these packages I listed here. So let me show you again. For me to be able to install these packages, Express. Now let's assume that we already have Node.js on our computer. So what we now need here is that we need Express, we need SQLITE3, and we need Node more as well. So now, before we can do that, let's go into our command prompt. And what we're going to do is just that we're going to say npm. Mind you, if you have not installed Node.js, you will not be able to run this command. You will not be able to run npm command. So just make sure you've installed Node and everything is working fine. So we're going to say npm init. Then we're going to say -y for us to be able to generate a package.json file. So let me click on enter. Beautiful. As you can see, we are able to generate package.json file. Let's go and see. Let's go and see that in our Visual Code. As you can see here, we already have a package.json here. We already have a package.json here folder. This is it here, package.json. So what is the next thing we are going to do? The next thing we want to do is that we want to install those packages now. Since we are able to have a package.json here, so let's go back into our command prompt. Then we are going to say npm. Then install, say install, then you say --save, then you have Express, you give a space, we can install the packages at once. You need a space, then we need, I don't mention one package that we need also, we need a body parser, sorry I don't mention that the other time. We need a body parser, then we need SQLITE3 now, we need SQLITE3 here. So another thing again is that we need Node more. We need Node more here. So once we are, I think these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 packages we need. Just click on enter and let's see, it's going to install for us. So it's going to take some few seconds. Now, while waiting for these particular packages to install, to download for us, we need to install another. We need to install SQLITE3 on our computer so that we'll be able to run the command prompt without giving us error. So let's go to SQLITE3 on Google. Let's type SQLITE3 here in our browser. So as you can see here, we have SQLITE3 download. So this is going to walk us through how we can download SQLITE3. So just let's click on it. So let's come down here. What you need is that we are going to install the precompiled binary for Windows. Don't forget that I've said I am using a Windows operating system. So you just come down here, you see this guy here, SQLITE tools. This is what you're going to click and install. So you are going to click it and unzip it. So I've already done this. I've already downloaded SQLITE3. So I'm going to show you the process now. So let's say I click on it and download now. As you can see, it's already downloading here. So you come down here, let's show you in the folder. You come down here, you cut. You get what I'm saying now? Just make sure you press Ctrl X on Windows to cut it out from this place. Or you can right click as well and click cut here. Then you come to your local disk here. So you create a folder called SQLITE3, a new folder. So inside this folder, you are going to everything you unzip, you will paste it inside this particular folder. Hope I'm not complicating anything here. I'm just trying to show us how you can install SQLITE3 on your Windows now. So let me come again. Once you've downloaded the what's it called now, SQLITE3, come to your local disk, see here, create a new folder called SQLITE3. This particular zip file we downloaded on SQLITE3 website, unzip it and paste the files inside this SQLITE3. Once you've done that, then you have to add the paths into the environment variables. Now let's go. How am I going to do this? I'm going to show us as well. So let's type environment variables. Yes, we have it here. So let's click. So now we go to environment variables and click on environment variables. Then we have to come to paths. Click on this path. Then you have to click on edit. So you see, I already have it here. So you just have to press C here, then this semicolon, then this slash, then put your SQLITE3 here. So once you've done that, then you'll be able to run SQLITE3 on your computer. Are you getting what I'm saying? And once you'll be able to do that, you'll be able to run SQLITE3 on your computer. So let's go back and let's check. I've done that already on my computer here. I'm just trying to show you the process it takes. So now once we install, okay, all the packages are installed already. We already have all the packages installed already. So what do we have to do? Now let's go back into our Visual Code Studio. Then we have to create a new file. we have to create a new file called server.js. Let's enter it. Now, if you notice, for you to be able to confirm that what your dependencies have installed, just come to package.json. You will see all the dependencies you've installed here: body parser, express, node more, SQLITE3. Hope you are following me now. Once you've done that, you will see those stuff there. Once you've done that, so and what is the next thing we have to do now? We've created a folder here. Sorry for this thing popping up here. Okay, so once we created a folder here, so what is the next thing we have to do? We created a server.js here. So the next thing we have to do is just go to package.json here. So because for us to be able to start our server very well, so what we have to do is that we are going to, since we've installed node more on our computer, we just have to say, okay, before we do that, we have to make some settings here, because we want to run our projects on localhost. We want to run ours, and what Express does is that Express will help us to run our server on localhost. That's what Express does. So we have to make up some setup here on our server.js. So how we're going to do that is very simple. Now let's go here. Just come here. You're gonna say constants express. Say constants express is equals to required. It's equals to required. Then we'll come inside our here. Then we require express here for us to be able to use express. So then we now come down again here. Then we are gonna say that constants app is equals to express. It's equals to express here. So now what is the next thing we have to do? The next thing we have to do is that we want to create a route, so that anytime we go into our localhost, the server is going to run. So now let's come down here and let's give a comment here, and let's say routes here. So what is the route we want to create? We're gonna say app.use. We're gonna say app.use. We're gonna say app.get rather. Say app.get. Then we'll come here, we'll put a / here. Then we'll come down here, we'll say function. It's a function. Then we're gonna have a request here. Just follow me through. We're gonna have a request here. Then we have a response here as well. Then we're gonna have a curly bracket here. Then we're gonna have the response now. We say res.send. We're gonna have hello world. I'm gonna say hello world. So we want to make sure that this particular app is listening to the local host. So now how are we going to do that? Then you're just going to come down here. We're gonna say app.listen on 3000. Let's say 3000 here. Then we're gonna say function. We're gonna say function. Then come here. Open the curly brackets here. Then we're gonna say console.log. Then we have a server is running on ports 3000. So we have server is running on port 3000. So let's see what we've done is running well. So we have to go and start the server now. So how are we going to start the server? Now let's go into our command prompt here. Then we're going to say node server.js. This is what it takes to run our server. Then let's click enter. As you can see, we have server is running on port 3000. This port can be anything. You could say port 5000. You could say port anything you. This particular port here could be anything you want. But the general use is 3000 and the likes. So now let's go and check if it's working fine. Now let's go into our browser. Let's go into our browser here, and let's click on let's say localhost 3000. So we should have a response hello world. Beautiful. Where this hello world is coming from? Let me show you where this hello world is coming from. This hello world is coming from this particular file here. Are you get what I'm saying now? This hello world is coming from this particular file here. Now, so what are we going to do now? Let's say, for example, we are only getting hello world here, but we want to make sure that we are able to load our index.html here. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we load it here. So what are we going to do? So it's still very simple. Then just come down here. Then we're going to say that app.use. There's the app.use. Then we have express here. All these things is in express documentation. So don't just think that I'm just creating this code on my own. No. Or you can just go to express documentation. You will see how you can make use of these things very well. I'm not just going to the express documentation because of the time. So let's say express static, because we want to open our static file now. Express static. Then we have an open close brackets here. Then we have 2 underscore here. Make sure it's 2. Then we have our directory name here, directory name. Then we say plus here. So where is this directory file located? Like this static file is located inside public. So we have to show that here. Then we have, again, we are going to say public here, public. So that is all what we need to do to run this our index file here. That's all we need to do. So now let's come down here. Then we have to put the body parser here. So let's go and require the body parser. We say constant. Then we say body parser. Oh, sorry for the grammatical error. Say body parser. Okay, it's equals to require. It's equals to require. Then we require the body parser here. Say body parser. Say body parser. Okay, beautiful. So then we come down here. Then we're gonna say app.use, so that we're able to pass the body. That's instead of this body parser, we're able to pass our body as a JSON file into the server. So body parser dot URL encoded. Okay, we have it here. The URL we said we need to set the URL encoded to true. Then we say extended is we set it to true. Beautiful. So let's go and cross check now if we are able to open this our index.html correctly in our file. So what we have to do here is that we have anytime we make a changes here, we have to stop the server. We have to stop the server. Let me stop the server here now. So then we reload, then we'll type node server.js again to restart the server. So let's go back here and reload here. You see, we are able to load our index.html file. Beautiful. It's working perfectly well. So we can now locate our file. We cannot locate our index.html. Well, anytime we press localhost 3000, then we are going to get our file. So this is all what we need to do to run our note-taking application on a local host. This is what we need to do that. So now I think I don't want to make this video long. So let me just come again. Let me just explain myself again what we've done. Now the first thing we did was that we create a public folder. Once we create a public folder, we put all our files inside this public folder, all our static file inside this public folder. Then we open our command prompt here. I type package, npm init -y, and I told you that you can only use npm on your command prompt only if you install Node.js, because Node.js it helps our JavaScript file to interact with the server. That is the essence of Node.js. So it helps us to interact with the backend. You know, JavaScript is all about front end. It's all about front end. But with the help of Node.js, it helps us to be able to interact with the server. That's the importance of Node.js. So we've been able to set up our file here with this just few line, of course. We require the Express here. Don't forget, we install the Express as a package. So and body parser here as well. Then we target our files inside. We target our index.html file inside our public folder. So this is all we need to do. So in my next video, I will now be showing us how we can interact with SQLITE3. Yes, I'm going to show us because I don't like making a long video, so that it's going to help you to be able to understand the message I'm trying to pass across to you. So I believe you'll be able to understand how you can run your server on localhost. Your project on localhost. So this is all what you need to do. You just need Express and body parser and Node more. I'm going to tell us the importance of why we installed Node more in my next video. So I believe you've learned one or two things today, and if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me your question in the comment box below. Just drop your question and I'm going to respond as soon as possible. So please, if you have not yet subscribed, as a payback, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you for taking your time to watch this particular video. See you in my next tutorial. I'm still your host, I'm still your friend, Stevie. Thanks for watching.